Hi everybody, in this video we will be discussing about how to find previous element in a circular linked list given an element. That is, given a list and an element. For example, if there is a circular linked list with 5 elements and if the element value is 15, then the function should return 7. That is, the previous element to this particular element should be returned. That's the objective. So what we can do is we can have a temporary pointer and we'll be checking whether the next node's data part is equal to what I am searching for, right? So if 15 is the element, then when my temporary pointer is here, I'll be checking whether my next node's data part is 15. No, it is 7. Then I will move my temp to the next node and I'll be checking from here whether the next node's data part is 15. Yes. Then I will return this value. This is the idea that we are going to follow, and when I reach the last node I will stop. Okay, obviously I can stop because there is no next node for this last node, or in other words I can tell there is no last node is not a previous node for any other node, right? So this cannot be an answer. 19 cannot be an answer at all. So I can stop as soon as I reach the last node. And for the first node, for example, if I am asking for 10, 10 doesn't have a previous element, right? 10 doesn't have a previous element. So in that case, I'll be traversing the list and then I'll be returning -1 because always I'm checking whether the next node's data part is equal to what I'm searching for, right? So I will never meet 10 in my search. So hope all the cases will be covered, and the corner case that we have to consider is empty. For empty we can communicate definitely failure, and this is going to return the element in the circular linked list, so we should have an error flag to communicate the failure, right? So the input will be list and the element. If the list is empty, indicate failure to call a function and return -1. Otherwise declare a temporary pointer and initialize temp to the first node when next part of temp is not head, right? When we are now to the last node, that's what we mean. Repeat 5 and 6. If data in the next node of temp, right? That's what we are going to check, the next node's data part, whether it is equal to the element what we are searching for. Then we will return the data part of temp, move temp to next node and indicate failure to call a function and return -1. Otherwise, if we have met the value, then the loop would have broken by returning. Okay, the value would have been returned. If we are coming outside the loop, then we can understand that we didn't meet the element at all, so we can return -1. So let's implement the idea in C programming. We have got a previous error flag also, right? And the declaration for previous is also done. The list is passed by value and the element is also passed, right? I have copied the algorithm, so we can start the implementation. First is a temporary pointer and we are checking if the list is empty, right? Is empty. If the list is empty, then we can I have to do two things. One is we have to set the previous error flag and also return -1. We have to be more careful when we are working with global variables. We have to reset it at the entry of the function, right? So previous error flag equal to 0, right? And declaration of temp is done. Initialize temp to head. We have to do this. So temp equal to L dot head. Let's make this. And when next part is not head, right? So while temp next not equal to L dot head, right? We are going to repeat step number 5 and 6. Okay. So in step number 5, we are checking whether the data part of next node of temp, right? So temp next data is equal to ELD. Okay. Then in that case we can return the data part of temp, Okay, and otherwise we will be moving to the next node. Temp equal to temp next, and we can indicate failure. If you are coming outside the loop, then we can understand nothing happened, so we can just set the previous error flag and return -1. Okay, let's compile the code and check. Yeah, so let me show the application file. I have got 5 nodes, 1 2 3 4 5, and I'm asking the previous value of 4. Previous value of 4 is 3. That's what is getting printed. And if I give a previous value of 40, for example, compile and check. Yeah, it is telling element at position 1. Yeah, I have to check here previous error flag. The problem is I didn't check previous error flag. Instead there was retrieve error flag. Yes, position not valid. Okay, so the code will be shared in GitHub. Thank you.